Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? How the heck are we doing today? Hope we are all living large and in charge. Hope we are all just enjoying life as it is, right? The sun is shining, or the moon is reflecting light because it's nighttime, depending on what time zone you're in. Let me just stop right now and just say, how the heck are we today? It is May 19th. I don't even fucking know what day it is. I'm sorry. It's May 19th. Am I wearing my fucking headphones backwards? What the hell is going on here? Here we go. New headphones. I apologize. These new headphones, I still don't know how I feel about them. 3 stars right now. 3 stars right now. How the hell are we? So I know a lot of people are saying that I hate Okarun. I know a lot of people are downplaying my boy. They don't understand his greatness. They don't understand how well adjusted he is to the shonen landscape that we're in today. Nah, I feel like well, he may not win all of the battles. I still feel like there is discussions to be had, and I feel like we're still gonna have a fun time regardless. At the end of the day, it's all fun. But most importantly, how the heck are you guys doing? What up, Nighttime Terror? What up, JG? Mateus, what up? Certified Lobotomite. Moonlight. How the hell are we all doing today? Can't wait for that Sharknado scaling. Oh my god. The Sharknado stuff that has been happening in DanDaDan is quite literally some of the most insane stuff I think I've ever heard of in my entire life. If you're interested in hearing my thoughts on the new chapter of DanDaDan and just what the heck is going on in the series, I do cover DanDaDan every week, every new chapter on the second channel. Hold on, let me move Okarun out of the way. You could definitely see all of that stuff. Link is going to be in the chat. But yeah, I cover DanDaDan every week. I also, started talking about some DanDaDan theories. We do Kagurabachi stuff. We do Sakamoto Day stuff, Chainsaw Man stuff. So yeah, no, definitely. If you guys be reading DanDaDan weekly, yeah, go subscribe to the second channel because that's where all my DanDaDan content goes. That being said, I hardly believe he's gonna get a single win if we don't count animes like Vinland Saga and Berserk. We're saying he beats Guts, and what's the main protagonist of Vinland Saga? I don't know his name. Thorfinn? I need to read Vinland Saga one day. You know what? Maybe that's what I'll get into. Maybe I'll read Vinland Saga. What do you guys think? Should I read or watch Vinland Saga? What do you guys recommend? I know the art is probably popping. I know the art is probably magnificent. So maybe I'll just read it. That'll be a good fucking way to get into it. I know a lot of people love that series. Did the manga fall off? I stopped reading 2 chapters ago. I don't know what's happening for real. The manga, in my opinion, DanDaDan is at the best place it's been in a long time. Personally, I love the place that the arc is in right now. With this whole main orchestrator thing, the last couple of fights have been great. Koki Yukishiro is a great character, in my opinion, a great addition to the plot, a great addition to the cast. The mystery behind who's the main orchestrator, Count Saint Germain, is fun for me. I'm very interested, especially with the Kito family coming back. Yeah, the DanDaDan plotline of the manga right now is currently peak condition for me, as peak as it has been since Space Globalist. Danmanra arc was decent. I like Danmanra arc, but I definitely preferred Space Globalist. Space Globalist was a much better arc in my opinion. I want Momo to be big again. It's funny that we're out of context. People are gonna be like, what? What up, Azalea? How we doing? I'm good. Had an injury and was in the hospital for a few weeks. Damn, that's crazy. I hope you're on to a fast recovery, Nighttime Terror. Happy to have you back for sure. I am ready to have you back as well. It's really up to you on what medium you prefer. Yeah, I know Mappa does a great job with them. I don't know if you mean to spam or not, but you are spamming, and I may or may not. I'm gonna have to. Don't get spammed. Don't get timed out because you're accidentally spamming. I'm just letting you know right now. That being said, let's get into it, guys. Let's stop wasting time. We're almost at 10 minutes here. Don't apologize. You're good. You're good. It happens. It happens. I just want to make sure. I know a lot of you guys are downplaying Okarun up until this point, but I think he has a good reason to at least be given a shot for some of these characters that are on the wheel. If any of you guys want any main characters added to the wheel, please feel free to let me know and I'll add them. Obviously, you know, people like Thorfinn or Guts, you know, that, you know, I don't know too much about them, so I may not be able to speak to their best ability. But if I know the series, then I'm definitely willing to get into it. But just to give you an idea of like what Okarun is capable of, everyone knows, unfortunately, Okarun really isn't that great when it comes to power scaling. Okarun would be around small building attack potential if I had to be honest with you. He doesn't really have any strong destructive feats. He's only really gone up against aliens. And even though he was able to like break through the entire Serpo Diver Demon Nessie, that whole big amalgamation when they attack them in empty space of the school, and even though Okarun was able to do some serious damage to the fairy tale card and everything like that, at best, building level. Add part 2 Boruto. I was thinking about doing part 2 Boruto, but part 2 Boruto would fuck people up. I mean, we could put him on there. We can put him on there for sure. Meliodas, is that from 7 Deadly Sins? I don't know Meliodas. I'm not familiar with Meliodas personally. Toji's not a main character, so I've got Yuji on the board. He's representing Jujutsu Kaisen. I would add Shinra from. See, I haven't read any of these manga. That's my problem. I'm a terrible person. I haven't seen Fire Force either. I have seen Boruto, so I can speak to Boruto. Goku, I think Goku is just OD. I think Goku is a little too much. Gabimaru the Hollow. That's such a great idea. Yes. Gabimaru the Hollow is my goat. I love Gabimaru. Chojin X, Tokyo. I don't read Chojin X. I do want to read Chojin X, but I want to finish Tokyo Ghoul first. We could do Ken Kaneki. Or Ken Kaneki, however you prefer to say it. Hey, I heard you're pretty strong. One punch and dusted. Gabimaru is great for this. Fire Force, I started watching the anime, and I actually have a couple of the episodes of the anime on my Patreon. Of me reacting to it. I need to get back into watching the Fire Force anime. I'll get back into it. I have to be better. I have to be better about myself. Aaron Yeager, yeah, sure, fuck it. Let's throw Aaron on there. Let's throw Aaron on there. But with Okarun being small building level, his attack is very low in the grand scheme of things. Some of these characters, while there are other building level characters on this list, a lot of these characters, like you figure like Deku, Asta, like are potentially country to continent level, I believe. And the worst part about speed is, while Turbo Granny and Okarun are probably some of the faster people in their verse, I mean obviously not including like the Evil Eye and things like that, they are only known for being the 100km/h granny, and 100 kilometers per hour in like Mach speed is about Mach 0.8, and that's not even Mach 1. So Okarun is moving slower than the speed of sound, to give you an idea. Frieren, I love Frieren. I have read all of Frieren. I'm actually fully caught up to Frieren. Frieren's in a hiatus right now, I'm pretty sure, but I'm all the way caught up to Frieren manga-wise. Isn't 100 kilometers per hour around 62 miles per hour? Probably somewhere around there, yeah, I think. We can do the math real quick. How many miles is 100 kilometers per... Yeah, 62 miles per hour, you got it. Right on the money. So yeah, not even that fast. They really should have just called her Light Speed Granny from the start. Yeah, that definitely would have made things a little bit easier for this list, right? Although, so speed-wise, arguably, if you wanted to be generous, you could estimate Okarun all out. Like, if he's able to break Turbo Granny's speed barrier, at best, you could give him speed of sound, but he's slightly slower than the speed of sound, realistically. And to give you an idea of where that puts him in the grand scheme of things, you know, this is a Jujutsu Kaisen or channel originally. Choso's piercing blood in the Shibuya incident is going slightly faster than the speed of sound. So Okarun is slower than Choso's piercing blood attack if we're comparing things to Jujutsu Kaisen. To give you an idea of the grand scheme of things. Now, there is a stipulation with that. Edward Elric. Edward is a great inclusion, actually. There is one stipulation to Okarun's speed. Okarun can amplify his speed greatly, and this is done in the Space Globalist arc, just to give Okarun some clout where clout is due. Okarun, after being able to astral project himself, he is able to travel through phone lines, the same ability that Turbo Granny has. By traveling through phone lines, he can travel at the same speed of the electricity flowing through all of the phone lines. If Okarun is able to rip himself out of the phone line using the spiral ability, he is technically, probably, again, I could be somewhat wrong on the direct calculations of this because I haven't done the full research, and someone could probably comment and be like, well, you're wrong. You know, it's not that fast. I would argue that if he's zipping through there and he's able to release all of that speed upon coming out of the phone line, he could reach the speed of lightning. But again, that is only in the single instance that Okarun is able to zip through a nearby phone line and spiral through enough, pick up speed enough, and then again release himself in the exact direction of where his opponent is. And meanwhile, keep in mind, he's not able to see while he's doing this, so he's not always guaranteeing that he's going exactly in his person's direction. Gong, Aang, and Korra. I'll just do Aang. Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland. I haven't seen Dead Man Wonderland. I've only seen like the first episode or two, and I was also like 14 when that happened, so I can't, unfortunately, yeah, phone lines need to be present on the battlefield, so it's a very, very, very specific stipulation of where Okarun can increase his speed. So this will only happen in like a city location. Takamichi from Tokyo Revengers. Oh my god. I've got Sakamoto on there. We're good. Is Avatar: The Last Airbender an anime? We'll consider it an anime for these circumstances. Ash Ketchum? Nah, we won't do Ash. That being said, I don't know Undead Unluck. Couldn't the phone lines be destroyed? Yeah, they could. They could, 110%. So, now I will say that Okarun can survive some pretty strong attacks. I would be willing to give him like large to multiple building durability, just based off of, I definitely think his durability is a little bit higher than where his attack potency scales, just based off of some of the attacks that he survived that are definitely stronger than the level of attack he's able to put out. But again, that's not saying much. Like, he's not that much more durable, and it's really only in specific circumstances. If someone is superiorly superior, what a terrible sentence structure. If someone is that much superior to him in strength, they're just going to outright kill him. So someone that's like multi-city block level is just dusting Okarun. Even city block level is like reaching Okarun's big, threshold point, and that's already surpassing what he can even reach. His stamina is pretty decent, but he can only go all out speed like twice or maybe 3 to 4 times now, so it's not looking good. But you never know, he might get lucky with some of the he might get lucky with some of the spins that he gets. You really never know. Yuta's a good character, potentially, but I wouldn't consider. We already got Yuji on here, so I don't want to have too many Jujutsu Kaisen characters. Oh, a gorilla. You know what? Honestly, fuck it. We'll put a gorilla on here, just because. We'll do a gorilla. We'll do a gorilla. A T-Rex. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's a main character somewhere. We're not doing glow. Stop. Welcome, Tiberius. Happy to see you. All right. I haven't read Dr. Stone. I really. So here, big question here. Should I read Dr. Stone? I have questioned myself reading that series so many times. I know it's done. I know people really liked it. So. But I always stop myself and I'm like, I don't know if I should read this because I don't know if I'll like it. What do we think about Dr. Stone? Yeah, any Dr. Stone fans, I wanted that to see. I'm not alone here. You got people in the chat. This is your floor. This is your soapbox. All right, here we go. Let's put it to a poll. Is Dr. Stone good? Bad poll. Hold on. Bad poll. Hold on. Had to add an I don't know option here. Put Baki in there? Dude, I need to read Baki one day too. I need to read Windbreaker. People seem to really like Windbreaker. Master Chief. We can do Master Chief. Well, you know what? Let's do Ash too. We'll do Ash Ketchum. Yugimoto. All right, we've lost the plot here. We've lost the plot completely here. Let's get to the actual. Let's get to the dynamic here. Okay, no more submissions. No more submissions. All right. We have so many. All right. Yusuke, I haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho in long enough. I'd be so wrong. I'd be so bad. All right. It's too late. It's done. It's over. When is the Hunter x Hunter group taking on the Shibuya incident? Not anytime soon, to be honest with you. Maybe in a couple months. Maybe when Hunter x Hunter comes back. Let's roll this motherfucking wheel, guys. I need to check out Yu Yu Hakusho one day. I do. There's so many I need to put on this list. Wow, enough I don't knows on the Dr. Stone. Damn, and yes and no is of course 26 and 26. Are you kidding me? All right, we're gonna spin this wheel. All right. Okarun, let's see. Can we rack up a win streak? If we can get 3 wins for Okarun, that'll be something else. Let's see. Up against Ash Ketchum for the first one. Oh my goodness, this has lost the plot completely. We've actually lost the plot completely. We've gone so far astray. Hold on. They said he loses? Hold on. What do you mean he loses? Who loses? Ash loses or Okarun loses? Okarun will miss you. The chat is so divided here. Okay, hold on. What is Ash Ketchum's best team? Let's give him peak. Let's give him peak Ash here. What is the best team? We're gonna go by Google AI. We're gonna go with whatever Google AI says here. All right. Google AI says Ash Ketchum's best team is a topic of debate, but a strong contender includes Pikachu, Greninja, Lucario, Sceptile, Charizard, and Dragonite. Okay. Does that mean Okarun loses? We've got Lucario up in this bitch. Hold on. Now, again, I always stress never take versus battle wiki at face value. Always do your own research and always take anything you see on any forum with a grain of salt, because 9 times out of 10, while there might be fact checks, sometimes they're not. And sometimes, a lot of the times, those fact checks are wrong because they'll take you to evidence that doesn't say what they tell you it says. So always look at this with skepticism. Always question. The speed of light. Oh, baby. Comparable to other fully evolved Pokemon in X and Y, such as Obama Snow, who can make massive hailstorms. Island level? Oh no, Okarun. He's not beating Lucario. How strong is Charizard? Again, keep that with a grain of salt. How strong is Charizard? Island level, faster than light, comparable to Golem, who is faster than light. Golem is faster than light. Huh? Oof. Huh? That don't make no sense. Pokemon are OP? Golem is mountain level? Huh? Oh no. Oh no. This is the problem with power scaling, because while Ash is spinning his hat around, Okarun's just taking his head off off of his shoulders. That's fair. That's fair. How well? I guess realistically, does that make Ash faster than light? Because he can keep up with his Pokemon. Is he technically faster than light? Multi-continent and solar system level? Massively faster than light and infinite reaction time? Fought and defeated Cynthia in the Masters Tournament semifinals, whose Garchomp could cancel out Palkia's Spatial Rend? Huh? He scales to Palkia? What the fuck is going on right now, bro? Okarun just runs and kicks hard. You're putting him up against fucking dragons, an electric squirrel, and a frog ninja. Listen, I didn't put Ash on the list. You guys did. You guys put him on the list. God damn. Not good. Okarun's win-loss ratio already off to a bad start. Already off to a bad start. Can we get a black outline on these can we get a black outline on this text, please? No, not a background, a black outline. Where is it? Oh, make the size bigger. Okay, bet. Okay, thank you. All right. Already off to a bad start already. Off to a bad start already. Scarlin, thank you for the 5. Don't know why you asked, but Dr. Stone is great as an entertainment show, not as an education show. Also, questionable moral lapses from the good guys. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Scarlin. Thank you so much for the dono, and thank you so much for the opinion. I needed to hear that from someone that's read it. I'm asking because I've never read it before, and I've always questioned myself if I should read it or not. So I needed opinions from people that liked it. So yes, thank you very much. Oh, Oh, we've got 5 gifted members from Scarling. Thank you. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate the love and support. Hopefully that energy can translate into Okarun's pulls on these wheels here, because it's not looking good. It's not looking good so far. Here, hold on. Let me move the alert box. Where are we moving the alert box over here? That should always be on top, actually. Okay. Damn, still no Jesse. One day we will get Jesse a membership. I swear on the gacha rolls of gifted members, we will one day get the SSR Jesse. I'm pulling for you. All right. So that's one L. That's one L so far. But I think we can come back here. I'm feeling the heat on this next one. I don't know about any of you guys, but I'm feeling the heat on this next one. What are we rolling this time, babies? Let's see it. Master Chief from Halo. Oh. Oh. Who's winning? I never played Halo before. Multi-city block level with speed of light attack with the Spartan laser. Oh no. Other than that, he's supersonic. He's supersonic combat speed, which means with speed amps, he can react to bullets and Covenant plasma. So he's not Mach 5 because that's hypersonic. So he is faster than sound. So Master Chief is indeed fighting, actually, believe it or not, faster than Okarun, even without the Spartan laser. That being said, street level to multi-city block level with his weapons. So let's say if we're throwing hands, right? We're throwing hands, you know, like we're boop, 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 you know, like Okarun might have a chance here. If he's got like the plasma cannon and like all the weapons and the rifles and everything, it's not going well. That seems to be what I'm learning here. It's another L. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I thought we would have more of a chance starting the stream, because the first idea was Okarun versus the Shibuya incident, like I did for Chihiro, right? I was like, can Okarun survive the Shibuya incident? And then when I realized that Okarun would begin to struggle with the grasshopper curse, I thought maybe that wasn't that nice of an idea to do to him. So I said, what would be more fair? Anime main characters, and just main characters in general, all the people that we have added. Right now, we have stretched the limit. I don't know why I just did the let me don't ever let me do that on the camera ever again. We've stretched the limit of main character here, possibly in Okarun's favor, and so far it has only gone in not his favor. He just lost to Ash Ketchum and fucking Master Chief from Halo. I mean, I believe that, like I said, you do have to take Versus Battle with a grain of salt. Again, I don't necessarily believe everything that I see on Versus Battle right when I see it. I normally like these blue little things, you know, you can, you know, click on them and they hopefully give you the moments where it's happening, or you just have to go to the series and actually go to the cutscene or the moment when it happens and check yourself. If I was doing a video, I would double check this, but just for the sake of the stream, and also because I have played Halo before, I believe there are some weapons that are probably, you know, destroying large to multiple buildings in one shot. I'm gonna imagine, especially considering that Master Chief is faster than Okarun. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to my boy, Master Chief. Unfortunately, that is a second L. It's a second L for Okarun. Can we just give our boy a mech? Honestly, yeah, let's just give him a fucking Gundam. At least he's not going up against Doom Guy. I wouldn't do that to him. Master Chief's like Captain America, but in power armor. Yikes. All right. All right, come on. Let's see Takamichi. I'm a fucking madman. I'm a motherfucking monster. Let's go with the psychic abilities that I've just been bestowed. I swear to God, I pre-watched my own stream. This thing is rigged. Yo, I'm telling you. This is all recorded. This is all recorded. That's why every time you guys are like, spin the wheel, I keep yapping and delaying the inevitable because I have to wait until the video goes. That's why I have to wait. You guys just don't understand. I'm that good with it. I understand. I know the timing. I have the, what is it? A telecom? A fucking, what's the thing that you put on the screen and you watch it and it prescribes to you the words? I don't fucking know, dude. I'm done with this bit. Taka fucking Michi from Tokyo Revengers. Hold on. Oh, well, we got it right here. Listen, I don't need no versus battles to know how strong Takamichi is, okay? This homie is known for one thing and one thing only, and that's getting his ass beat constantly, non-stop. Takamichi gets whooped every single time. Now, I will tell you, the worst part is that no matter how much Takamichi gets his shit rocked, he does always get back up. He never gives up in a fight, and he will fight no matter how many injuries that he has, with completely broken bones, you know, internally wounded organs, everything. That being said, he's also fighting children 95% of the time. Now, that being said, you know, these are the, you know, that being said, these are the 12-year-olds. These are indeed the 12-year-olds that we are going up against. You know, 12 years old, mind you. 12 years old, this guy, 12. So I want to say these are no average 12-year-olds. That being said, I don't see Takamichi surviving an all-out to the dome, just right through his head. He's probably not going to survive that. He does need to shake Naoto. What is the Hina's brother's name? Is it Naoto, the cop? He has to shake his hand to time travel, so he can't just do it whenever he wants. If he does die, if he dies in the time travel, he dies for real. Draken's also like 6'10" at 12 years old. Yeah. These motherfuckers are like ridiculously insane at 12 years old. So while I will give Takamichi the clout he deserves, that he can take a motherfucking beating. What does Taiju look like? Taiju Shiba? After he whoops this motherfucker's ass for an entire Christmas Eve. He was taking punches from this motherfucker, bro. He's getting his ass whooped. This guy does not skip a day at the gym. Let me tell you what. I mean, at this point, he's like 19, you know, to be fair. To be fair. Taiju's like old as hell. Bro, his head is in a different direction here, bro. Is that Mitsuya? Dude, look. I can't get it close enough. Hi, Sadie. Hi, my Sadie lady. How are you? Hi. How you doing? You wanted to come upstairs? Yeah. Okay. Why don't you get on the bed, baby? Why don't you get on the bed? No, you want to lay on the floor. Okay. Long story short, I can't get close enough, but this man's head is literally leaving his body. His neck is at a full 90-degree tilt, bro. Taiju does look like a Devil May Cry henchman. Is that a doggo? Yeah, it is a doggo indeed. My Sadie lady. Yeah, so that's actually a win. The win for Okarun, believe it or not. I wouldn't have I wouldn't have thought he'd get a W this late into the run. I was kind of hoping he'd get it earlier. But you know what? At least he didn't go on a 3 losing streak. That would have been the most embarrassing thing that could have possibly happened. So it could always be worse. Remember, if things get bad, they can always be worse. Okarun still at least got 1 win. So if he doesn't win anything else the rest of the night, at least know that he was able to get a single W. At Jotaro, I think Okarun is already at enough of a disadvantage here. He is getting destroyed. He is already getting... He doesn't need any more of a disadvantage. Let's roll this wheel, damn it. A spite match. Okarun needs all the help he can get. At least he didn't get swept. Yeah, exactly. Oh, no. Not Asta. Listen, bro. Asta is about like 18 of these 12-year-olds all packed into one. This man is buff, bro. You want to talk about a buff 12-year-old? Jesus, man. Man does not skip leg day. Now, I am fully caught up to Black Clover. And these guys are almost quite literally fighting an actual god who is able to clone themselves multiple times and has revived and resurrected and done all of these just insanely reality warping things. He was able to do enough damage to Lucifer to end the fight. Remember that whole funny theory? If any of you guys have read Black Clover up until this point, with the whole theory of the clock, and the clock was moving differently and they killed Lucifer, but actually that was all a lie, and it was all the clock was moved. They put so much time into that clock theory. What did it all amount to for the now series that's quarterly? But anyway, I like Black Clover. Asta's a powerhouse. I don't know exactly where Asta scales. I would love to know. I don't know exactly where he scales, but I would imagine he is 100%. Oh, that's not even here. Where's Final Arc, Final Saga Asta? Yeah, Final Saga Asta has his literal own fucking page. Multi-continent to small planet. I didn't know bro was built like that. I didn't know bro was built like that by the end of the series. That's kind of crazy. Should be much stronger than Spade Saga, self-comparable to base Yuno, who is superior to the post-second Grimoire Spade Saga base form, higher with Black Asta, far stronger than before. Jumble jargon. Where do we get these levels? Where are we getting these power levels from? All right, let's go back to the Spade Saga here. Let's go back. Let's trace our steps here, because this is what I mean. We're saying a bunch of words, but where's the evidence here that any of this means anything? How did we get all the way there? Should be stronger than his pre-time skip base self. How did we get to country level? Stronger than before, multi-continent level with Devil's Bargain, defeated compound magic mode Conrad. His Devil's Bargain should be stronger. How? Blocked Doomgate's meteorite and obliterated it? How did we get here? How are we getting these numbers? Are we counting pixels? Oh no. No, I don't know about this, chat. We gotta go all the way back to pre-time skip base. We gotta go all the way back to the beginning. Why does Asta have 3 different fucking versus battle pages? Hey, Inkmaster, have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Asta was city level from the beginning. During his first mission, he managed to deal serious damage to Heath Grice, a high-level magic knight, and defeated him with the help of Magna. He also defeated Mars, who should be stronger than the match knights, such as Gouch, whose magic was stated to be equal to Niege's snowstorm creation. So how do we get to city level from that? De la Neige, the clouds that produce snow are nimbostratus. Their height is 3,000 meters on average. Liquid content of nimbostratus clouds. Now we need to calculate the temperature change below the storm. Finally fuse the 2 results to get the number of joules that equals city. I don't. Oof. And now this is kind of what I mean when I say you should just take versus battles with a grain of salt, because you're telling me Asta from the very beginning, Asta starts at city level. The very beginning of the series? In the very beginning of the series, he's in city level. In the second arc, he's large mountain level. He was able to beat Ladros. Yep. Okay, and why? Okay, Ladros, how strong are you? Large mountain level comparable to Witch's Forest arc based Asta. But wait a minute, we didn't give an actual piece of evidence for how Asta got to. Wait, hold on. How can you compare it to pre-time skip Asta if you don't have the original evidence? You don't even have an original. You're comparing it to someone that hasn't been supported with evidence. Listen, just say Okarun loses and move on. Listen, yeah, obviously, I think it's clear that just if you've read Black Clover, Asta has done some pretty crazy shit. Asta has split, fucking giant places of meteor. I would honestly say that even just based off of my limited knowledge of Black Clover, I would give Asta for sure island level, definitely higher than that, probably country level. If not, probably continent, but like, I like how Noap is tweaking, and we already know Okarun is getting nuked. It gives me brain damage when I go through stuff like this, and it's like, there's not even evidence of the claims. It's just, we're saying that Asta is city level during his very first mission, off of what, pixel scaling, or like comparing a snowstorm cloud and temperature changes, and then combining the temperature change and then the snowstorm size to get a joule level that gives you a level of power, which is just, I don't know if that's how I would actually consider how strong Asta is. Because what would creating a snowstorm cloud have to do with how strong the character is? And that's my problem with creation doesn't equal attack potential. And I'm sorry, I'm getting stun locked on this. Yeah, I'm getting stun locked on it. Asta wins. Let's move on. Stop tizzing and just give him the L. I'm sorry, I hate versus battles sometimes. I can't stand versus battles sometimes. All right, Asta lost. Fair enough. Okarun should have a chance against early versions of Asta, but Dark Triad Arc and beyond is a problem. Yeah, especially with the devil powers, all the extra stuff. Cooked, without a doubt. I don't think Okarun stands a lick of a chance. Oh, up against Eren Yeager. Okay, Okarun might actually be able to win here. Okarun might actually be able to win here unless it's Founding Titan Eren and we're giving him all the powers of the Rumbling. That's the only way that I really see... Because I don't know if Okarun could to defeat the Rumbling. I don't know if Okarun would be able to defeat the Rumbling. If it's just Attack Titan Eren, Okarun definitely wins because he is 110% faster. Titans are slow as shit. They're not faster than bullets. I can promise you that. They can be outrun by horses. Most of the time, depending on if it's an abnormal Titan or whatnot. I feel like Eren still wins if he has the Warhammer Titan. I don't think Attack Titan Eren is mobile enough to handle someone like Turbo Granny Okarun. Okarun is moving too fast for Eren to keep up with, and also he can just, like, you know, take out large chunks of Eren's Titan body. Yeah, Eren can definitely leave the Titan body and then retransform, but he can only do that like 3 or 4 times before he runs out of transformations for the day and he needs to take a rest of stamina. Eren with hardening might be enough. I think Eren with hardening could definitely do some serious damage to Okarun. If Eren with hardening fucks Okarun up, like gets a good punch on him, that would be a problem. But I think, but I think, yeah, Okarun post speed training, yeah, when he's able to do the 4 to 5 actions in a single beat. I think Okarun just has the speed advantage over Eren, and Eren, who is literally just hands, he might be able to, you know, make his body more durable with the hardening, which I don't think Okarun would be able to break through the hardening. That would be tough. But I don't know if Eren would be able to harden his entire, like, would he be able to just harden his entire body like he did for, like Annie did? Eren has higher durability. Not too much. I don't think so. Well, Eren would have maybe higher durability with the Warhammer Titan's hardening, but I mean, just base Titan, I don't know. You know, they would definitely get base Attack Titan is getting cooked by Okarun's fucking lightning fast, not lightning fast, but just close to the speed of sound fast attacks. Eren can see the future. That might give him an advantage, but it's not like that kind of future sight where Eren just has like precognition or like clairvoyance. Like Eren has like Eren's future sight is very circumstantial and just not beneficial in a battle whatsoever. Does a Brachiosaurus stand a chance? I don't think so. I don't think a Brachiosaurus stands a lick of a chance. No. Don't think so at all. Now, Founding Titan Eren is a different story. Because if it's Founding Titan Eren, aren't the Titans faster than Okarun? Absolutely not. The Titans are definitely not faster than Okarun. The Titans are not faster than the speed of sound. I would bet money on that. I would probably be wrong. I might be wrong. but I don't think so. I think all the Titans are slower than bullets. They're way slower than bullets. I don't think any Titan is moving faster than the speed of sound. I just don't see it. I don't think it's possible. Again, the rumbling is the only thing I could see probably beating Okarun, because I don't think Okarun would be able to withstand the heat of the rumbling and be able to take down, go through the rumbling and take down Eren, you know, inside. It just wouldn't happen. They come up with the ODM gear, which is around Okarun's speed. I don't think the Titans kept up with the ODM gear. They kind of really were getting, you know, if a Titan was getting, you know, swung around by ODM gear, you know, like the ODM gear is definitely moving faster than the Titans. It's just, is the human's reaction time faster than the Titans? Because the human itself is slower than the ODM gear actually is. Like the Titans are able to catch humans off of guard, like Annie and the other, because the people aren't fast enough to react and move the ODM gear. But the ODM gear, I would say, moves way faster than the Titans. So I would even compare that similarly, like a Titan would be at a disadvantage to Okarun, very similarly to like the way that a Scout is using the ODM gear, if not even better, because Okarun doesn't have to pilot ODM gear. He can just use his speed and, you know, move normally. Okarun gets overwhelmed by the rumbling unless he gets on an airplane and one-shots Eren directly. Yeah, that's probably actually the best option that he has. That's probably the only option that he would have, is if he has someone that can send him directly and point him directly towards Eren's teeth, and he can just zip right through Eren's teeth and decapitate Eren. That's the only way. Because obviously Okarun is not surviving the all-out fucking Titan war that's gonna happen on Eren's back. And that's not because Okarun's too slow, but I think Okarun would be overwhelmed with the number of Titans. I think that's probably the issue. There's too many Titans. Is Okarun around Levi's speed or even faster? I don't know what Levi's speed would be. Let me see. Let's go. Let's check Levi's speed here. Again, you know, despite the fact that I fucking just lost my mind at versus battle before, let's hope that it doesn't make me lose my mind this time. Peak subsonic with 3D maneuver gear and supersonic combat speed, short burst speed and reactions, blitz. Yeah, so Levi at his peak has supersonic combat speed, which is faster than sound. Which Levi being the peak of speed and 100% not being, you know, I don't think there's any single Titan that can keep up with the way how fast Levi moves. So literally, so yeah, so you can compare Okarun's speed to close to, slightly slower than Levi's speed. You know, so yeah. Slice it, jaw Titan's jaw muscles before it even knew it had been damaged. Levi's a boss. Levi's always been a boss. But yeah. I think when it comes to just regular attack Titan Eren, I think Okarun wins. If it's founding Titan Eren with the full power of the rumbling, I gotta give that to Eren. Levi and Kenny's fight and his fight against the Beast Titan were some crazy examples of craziness going on. Yeah, I mean, like, I think Okarun probably beats all the 9 Titans. Maybe not the armored. I don't know how durable you... I mean, actually, the armored Titan's getting butchered by the anti-Titan rounds that are happening in Season 4 when they're fighting against the one army. So actually, believe it or not, I actually think Okarun would probably beat all the 9 Titans. Again, the issue is the founding Titan and the rumbling. So I guess that's my question. Thank you for all 82 votes. Thank you so much for all the votes here. Dr. Stone is good. 51%, no. 13%, 35%, I don't know. Not that bad. I don't know about the Colossal Titan. Maybe yeah, maybe not the Colossal Titan. Maybe not the Colossal Titan. Yeah, what's the question here? Does Okarun get the W? Are we giving him like let's what Aaron are we what Aaron are we putting him up against? Are we giving him the W because he beats Attack Titan Aaron, or are we giving him the W because he beats are we giving him the L because he loses to Founding Titan Aaron? Baby Aaron. He fights Baby Aaron. Okarun does beat Baby Aaron. That is true. I think that might be true. Give him the dub. He's taking too many L's. We got to give him the mercy win here. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Damn it. Is Okarun getting the W, or is he getting another L added to that fat loss streak he's already been taken? We're at 50-50. We're cutting it close. I can't call the poll when it's close like this. You guys got to get your votes in. There's 43 people watching the stream. Hit the vote button. Hit the like button at the same time. Everybody, hit it. It's so close. It's too close to even call. I said, nah, we're using Founding Titan Aaron. Damn. No mercy. We're at a 50-50 still. We're still at a 50-50. We gotta break this tie, y'all. I gave him the mercy vote. Add 200 gorillas, Krug good, Sonic. Sonic's unfair. Dante, Dexter, Gojira, the first one. Oh my goodness gracious. Kid Goku might actually be pretty fair. Kid Goku might honestly be the fairest interpretation of Goku we could have added to the list. However, the registration for the tournament is closed. Next time I do this, I'll open it up to the posts. Everyone can submit their characters that they want to give. Unironically, even with the Founding Titan, Okarun could win. It's just he has to time it just right. Kid Goku still scales to moon level. Wah, wah, wah. I've seen people scale Sonic insanely high. Me as well. That's why I think that he would also lose to Sonic. The 100-kilometer granny would get cooked by Sonic. All right, we got 24 votes. 58% say no, Okarun does not get the win. 42% say yes. Get your votes in. I'm going to call it in 30 seconds, guys. That's enough of a buffer I'm willing to accept. If you want to get your voice in, if you want to give Okarun the W, let your voice be heard. You got to vote. Otherwise, you're letting the opposition win. True and in life, and also in anime polls. This is your chance. Do members get ads now? Unfortunately, with YouTube, there's no way for me to toggle who gets ads and who doesn't, sadly. I wish there was. It's not like Twitch, where Twitch, if you become a member, you don't get ads. I wish YouTube would add that as an option, but unfortunately, they do not. All right, well, no one let their voice be heard except one other person, so it looks like that's going to be a no. Okarun gets the L. Okarun is taking on Founding Titan Aaron, and he loses again. No mercy in love and war. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That's just life, baby. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, smoking that Okarun pack indeed. Yeah, Okarun versus the refs. Yeah, Okarun versus the American Idol cast that's voting on him right now. He's going up against Simon Cowell. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of the comedy. You guys don't come here for that. Let's roll this wheel. Chihiro Roku motherfucking Hira. I'm sorry to say, I think this might be another L. I think this might be another big fat L for Okarun, because my boy Chihiro is a powerhouse when it comes to main characters. Despite not even having 100 chapters, Chihiro Rokuhira is honestly one of the stronger main characters in most recent history, to the point that we were actually able to put him up against some of the disaster curses and actually get him a decent win condition for some of the special grade curses in Jujutsu Kaisen. And I even plan to do, I think maybe next week, I might do a Somura versus the Jujutsu Kaisen Gauntlet. So, I saw the Lost Media, Okarun's Planetary, and Massively Faster Than Light. Oh, shit, man. Let me see those scans. Let me see those secret scans. But yeah, Chihiro's was showing feats right from the first arc. I mean, Chihiro's already surviving lightning blasts that were able to obliterate multiple buildings to potentially a city block. And just based off of the level of power he's gained since that very first arc, going up against in the Rakuzachi with the subspace fight, that was definitely, you know, reaching again multi-building to city block level attack potency. The entire Rakuzachi stage was attacked by the Shinichi. You've also got him going up against Hiyuki. You've got him going up against Hirohiko in the third arc in the Swordbearer assassination. And you also have the pure white EI style that he's been able to do and how he's been able to fight in this entire new True Realm battle of Hirohiko Somura. You're getting to city block to multi-city block level in even the early stages of Kagurabachi, especially where it's at now. And also you're getting to lightning speed instantly. So compare that to Okarun, who's only lightning speed when there are phone cables nearby. He has to spiral through the lightning speed, take that speed amplification, and then direct himself out of the phone wires to his opponent. Chihiro is just quite literally normally moving at the speed of lightning, and then on top of that, he's able to 3 times amplify that with Nishiki. So characters in Kagurabachi are way faster than most characters in DanDaDan, almost all characters in DanDaDan. So Chihiro is casually moving faster than Okarun can do with specific conditions to reach that speed. So yeah, combine that with the near city block level attack potency. I think it's very clear that Chihiro is outpacing and just outclassing Okarun when it comes to a shonen fight. There's no contest, unfortunately. It's just another terrible, terrible bad roll. And while I will say it's funny to me, because you know what? While DanDaDan isn't one of the more powerful shonen series, it is still considered a battle shonen, believe it or not. Which is why I even did this stream to begin with. You know, I wouldn't normally put up like a romance protagonist against battle shonen characters. It really does show you like how much lower scaling is in a series like DanDaDan. And that's something that we were even talking about last week's stream as well, where a lot of the newer gen series are usually weaker than the older gen series. I mean, think about it. We like, not that Dragon Ball Z was one of the first generations of all time, but Dragon Ball Z, you know, planetary to way larger than that now in Dragon Ball Super. And then you go down to Naruto, which you're just barely scraping planetary, you know, by the end of the series. Whereas, you know, you're reaching planetary in Dragon Ball Z right from the very beginning. Z, by the way, not regular D-ball, but D-ball. And then even after Naruto, Bleach, you know, One Piece, now you even have weaker series like Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, again, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, you are reaching country to continent level, but still, you know, every generation gets weaker. And then you've got fucking Chihiro stepping in, who, again, as you mentioned, from the first arc is already breaking the mold. So yeah, it's just another L for Okarun, sadly. DanDaDan just doesn't reach the level of steez that Chihiro brings. But maybe, just maybe, we can get lucky here with this next pull. I want, like I said before, like I said from the very fucking beginning of the stream, guys, I need Okarun to, if Okarun gets 3 wins, I'm happy. If Okarun gets 3 wins, I can sleep, I can sleep peacefully tonight. Going up against Yugi Moto from Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, I just gotta say, there is indeed a large lizard on a wheel. Welcome, Brian Porkchop. We called it. With this luck, he gets Yugi, which is just Ash, but even more of a stomp. Are we for real? How is Yugi scaling high? I don't understand. How are we scaling Yugi high? Human level, blah, blah, blah. Low multiverse level? Is much stronger than his other self, has the spirit energy to summon all of the Egyptian god. Ah, okay, through his spirit energy, he's able to summon the Egyptian gods. Okay, but realistically, normally he is street level. Can summon monsters with various degrees of power and amplify their power with his spirit energy up to the strongest monster he has in his deck. Was stated to have the strongest dual energy by Yubel. But in an actual fight, if we're throwing hands, you know, it's 1-2 punch, right? We're popping Yugi's dome, right? Take off the dual disc and show me your hands, son. Would Okarun even abide by the card rules? No. No. Yugi pulls out the dual disc and says it's time to duel, and Okarun just goes. Why wouldn't he? It says it right here. It stresses street level is normal and lower multiverse via his powers to summon all the Egyptian gods. Okarun's not playing no fucking dual monsters. We're playing street rules here. We're playing live or die. Take no prisoners. Yugi can just hacks with a card like players have thrown hands. They get hit with the cards. Oh, what? He turns into fucking Gambit from fucking X-Men. He just starts fucking Olympic fucking card tossing that shit. Nah. Yugi summons Exodia, which has pushed Yubel and destroyed 12 dimensions. Kaiba did. Yugi, there is where you're wrong. There is where you're wrong, chat. Yugi does not have the same kind of aura. The same kind of aura that Yugi does, that Kaiba does. There's just not. There's Seto Kaiba, Yugi Moto, 2 different kinds of people, bro. Two different people we're talking about here. Do we understand who Seto Kaiba even is? I'm telling you. Players have thrown hands and the cards treat them like monsters. I'm just saying, little scrawny boy Yugi is getting his ass beat when it comes time to it. Meet me at the flagpole type shit. You know what I mean? I've never seen Total Accurate Battle Simulator. I don't know what you are referencing here. But I'm gonna give Okarun the W here. Speed, average human, athletic human. Okarun's cooking this fool. Unless he challenges him to a dual monster game, then Okarun probably would get cooked. But if we're talking strictly fisticuffs, I'm giving Okarun the W every single time. Just giving Yugi the W every single time. Fuck that card game shit. We don't play by children's card games here. We play by crime and punishment, okay? That's what we play by here. Those are the rules that we play by. We play for keeps. We play for life. Spin the wheel, and that's the final say. That's how it's gonna be. Up against Tanjiro Kamado. Okay. I feel like we actually have an actually potential conversation here because Tanjiro's kind of ass. Tanjiro's kind of cheeks when it comes to power. Demon Slayer is definitely able to reach city to multi-city block level when it comes to attack potency. Some people would probably give Demon Slayer higher. I've seen people give the Upper Moon's mountain level just based off of, you know, pixel counting, of course. But when it comes to the actual Demon Slayers themselves, not King of the Demons Tanjiro, just I'm talking, you know, regular peak, you know, sun-breathing Tanjiro, full form up to creating his own form because he can use the 12 forms in quick succession. Tanjiro at best building level. At best building level. Small to large building level, you know, when it comes to actual attack potency. The Demon Slayers themselves really aren't that strong in the grand scheme of things. The demons with their blood demon arts are where the highest kind of power comes from. When it comes to the Demon Slayers themselves swinging their blades around, all of the special effects and the particle effects you see in the show, it's all fake. None of that shit's real. These motherfuckers just be swinging their swords around. All the powers and energies are fake. The imaginary fighting attacks, yeah, exactly. They're not even real. None of that shit is even happening. It's all fake. It's all happening in Tanjiro's schizophrenic mind, okay? So keep that in mind. So Tanjiro is just literally just a normal swordsman here, running around, throwing fucking his blade around. The Demon Slayers are extremely fast, though. That's something that I definitely have to give them. They are extremely fast. With their total breathing concentration, they are able to definitely have and stack themselves up with really tough durability. They are able to survive city block level attacks because most of the Hashira and Tanjiro do survive ultimate attacks from the Upper Moons and live to tell the tale. So they are definitely able to survive strong attacks. I mean, we said the same thing to Okarun, right? Where these characters, their durability, just based off of the level of attacks that they survive, they may not be able to dish out those same kind of attacks, but they are able to survive them. Demon Slayer is 110% faster than lightning, without a doubt. We have Mitsuri Kanroji being able to dodge lightning, and she is not even one of the fastest Hashira. Tanjiro is definitely on that upper echelons of speed, so they should at very least be able to react to lightning, if not move faster than it. And as we mentioned before, Okarun is really only able to reach lightning speed when he's going through a phone line. And that is very area specific. If they're not fighting in an area that has phone lines or electrical wire that Okarun can spiral himself through, he's not even coming close to that level of speed. So here is where you reach your issue. Tanjiro and Okarun are just about the same level of attack power, give or take. Where Tanjiro gets the advantage is Tanjiro is significantly faster than Okarun. Like, so much faster, it hurts. To the point that, like, not only is Tanjiro moving way faster than Okarun can even comprehend, he's moving, like, probably almost, I think, 30 times faster than that, if not 100 times faster than that. Because remember, the average human is unable to react to things that are at hypersonic speed. Anything past Mach 5, you are not even able to, like, see or react to. You know, obviously, you're not gonna be able to see or react to a bullet being shot at you. That's probably moving at around Mach 1 to 2.5, depending on the gun, the bullet, and everything like that. You know, but at the very least, like, you'll be able to, your brain would probably be able to see the bullet if it was looking at the right angle. It would be able to see, you know, the bullet come for you. You probably wouldn't be able to move your body out of the way, but your brain would at least be able to see it. Now, when it comes to anything faster than Mach 5, your brain wouldn't even be able to see what is coming for you, anything past that speed. Obviously, Okarun is going to be a little bit different. He's an anime character. He can probably comprehend things higher than the average human. But I'm going to go ahead and say that, like, at best, you know, like, if Mach 5 is average human, let's even give Okarun can perceive and react to things up to the lightning speed that his spiral is able to be, you know, bare minimum Mach 300. To be able to move faster than and dodge lightning, which again, if Mitsuri Kanroji is one of the slowest Hashira and she's doing it, I have to imagine that Tanjiro may even be able to reach Mach 1000, you know. But so at the very least, Tanjiro is Mach 300 to Mach 1000, somewhere around here. Okarun is slower than sound, which is slower than Mach 1, and at best able to reach Mach 300 lightning speed when going through phone lines. So, despite these two characters being at, you know, very similar attack potencies, their durabilities are higher than what both of their attack potencies are currently at. They can both take a pretty decent beating. Tanjiro, also on top of that, has way more stamina, in my honest opinion. I mean, Tanjiro is quite literally surviving and training for weeks on end without food or water. He's fighting for entire nights. Like, Tanjiro has way more stamina, can last in a fight longer than Okarun can. He's way faster than Okarun is, and despite the fact that he's swinging lower than what Okarun's durability is, again, with more speed, can last longer in the fight. And if he's just outright blitzing Okarun the entire time and doing more damage than Okarun could handle with, Tanjiro actually wins. Which is sad to say. That Tanjiro, of all motherfucking people, probably one of the weakest scaled anime protagonists in recent history, is coming out of a fight with Okarun with a W. An almost guaranteed W. Even if Okarun is in an arena surrounded by electrical wire and phone lines, Tanjiro can keep up. Tanjiro will not only be able to react to Okarun going at his maximum lightning speed, splitting out of the electrical wire, Tanjiro will be able to react to it, move faster than it, and probably even counterattack before Okarun can respond to what's even happening. Because again, when Okarun's moving at that speed, he can't comprehend what's happening. It's just zipping. He doesn't even know what's going on because, again, his human body, his human reaction time should normally not be able to do what he's doing with Turbo Granny's power. So, crazily enough, that is going to be a loss for, that's going to be a motherfucking loss for Okarun. Who has Okarun beaten and lost to so far? Okarun has managed to beat Yugimoto in a fist fight, not using dual monsters. And Aaron, no, he didn't even beat Aaron, right? He couldn't even beat Aaron Yeager. Who did we give Tanjiro the win against? How does Okarun have 2 W's? Who did we give Tanjiro the W to? I completely forgot. Which is sad, by the way. Takamichi. No. Okarun has so far only beaten Takamichi and Yugi in a fist fight, not dual monsters. Oh no. Okarun, you might just be the weakest MC of all time. You might just be one of the weakest MCs of recent history. I can't even fight for you here. I really can't even begin to fight for you here. I'm scared to spin the wheel. I'm scared to spin the wheel. Okay. We got the gorilla. We've got a motherfucking gorilla. Okay. Can Okarun beat a gorilla? Harambe, Gorilla-kun just saves Okarun. Gorilla-kun takes him out of the gauntlet and says, "Hey, we don't have to fight, bro. You're getting cooked. How about we just patch things up and we hang out for a little bit?" You know, it's kind of like when you're scrolling through YouTube recommended and you come across one of those, "This is a safe zone. Take a break." One of those, like, you know, those Dark Souls fucking bonfire videos. The gorilla's kind of like, "Hey, you know, let's chill for a bit. We don't have to fight. We don't have to fight." But it doesn't matter because I think Okarun's probably got this. It seems like, yeah, based off of chat, we're saying that the gorilla is wall level, and I don't think the gorilla is moving faster than sound either. So I also don't know if the gorilla is beating the 100-kilometer-per-hour Granny in a sprint race. I think Turbo Granny would probably come in a little bit faster than a gorilla. So Okarun, if Okarun's building level and the gorilla's only wall level, I'm gonna have to say Okarun can actually come out of this with a W. Harambe dies again. No, the worst possible future. Harambe dies twice, just like Ned Stark. Ugh, the worst possible fucking thing. Dion, what is going on? Happy to see ya. What up? Thank you for the 2. This wheel is the aftermath of GER versus Okarun. Gold experience, Requiem. Oh no. Yeah, honestly, Okarun's trapped in the forever death loop. That's such a good fucking comparison, and that's why we didn't bring JoJo's into the mix. Imagine putting Okarun up against Giorno Giovanna or Jotaro. Dude, he would just get knocked the fuck out. He wouldn't even stand a chance. He wouldn't even stand a chance. So, I mean, the cool thing is Okarun gets a W. The sad thing is the gorilla is not even a main character. not even a real main character. So we have kind of we have won. We got another one. We got another W, but at what cost? Is it really a W in the grand scheme of everything? Is it really? I just don't think so. He beat Takamichi, which I don't know if I would even really consider that a W. Beating up Takamichi isn't a win. You don't feel good about that. Can he beat iCarly? No, don't beat Miranda Cosgrove. She didn't deserve to get beat up by Turbo Granny. We beat Yugi Moto because we snuck him before he got a chance to put his dual disc on. So that's not that impressive either. If we fought Yugi on his home turf, we'd probably lose. Just like, you know, we lost to Aaron with the founding Titan power, but not Aaron with the attack Titan power. And now our third win is against Gorilla, who is not even really a main character of any TV show. What did Okarun do to deserve this? I thought he'd have a chance. I really genuinely thought he'd have a chance. I didn't think it would be this bad. I didn't think he would just be losing this much. Atem and Yugi cleared a city with his aura alone. A citywide being with his aura alone. Ugh. Well, you know what? If it was Yami Yugi, then Okarun would probably get cooked. I ran the numbers and the chances of Okarun getting a win is 2%. Who says that? ChatGPT? Damn. God damn. Nah, he said, nah, me. Fair enough. Okay. I trust your math. I trust your math, chat. Okay. Add us in here, add chat. Okay, yeah. Listen, you guys would cook Okarun too hard. I don't want to do that to him. I don't want to do that to Okarun. He's already got enough of a win, of a loss history. We got Okarun to 3 wins, but so far, I think the only real win is Takamichi, and even then, I just... How many Momos from JJK would it take to beat Okarun? Momo Nishimiya might actually be a win for Okarun, believe it or not. Okarun would beat Momo the same way Nue beat Momo from the exchange event. Okarun would just appear behind her and smack her down. Our only hope is the T-Rex and maybe Gabimaru. Something tells me we probably might not win against Gabimaru either, but hey, that might be one of the closest fights we've gotten so far. All right, let's roll it. So we've got 9 rounds so far. So rolling this one will bring us to 10. Let's see lucky round number 10. Can we get a W and make it 4-6? Yikes. It is it's not looking good. It's not looking not looking good. Up against current Deku, end of series Deku. Yeah, Iron Man Deku with the iron bucket. Maybe Okarun has a chance against the end of series Deku. That's such a good point. I didn't even think about that. Deku from the very end of the series without any of his quirks. But no, obviously we're talking peak Deku. And obviously if this is peak Deku, I mean, this man with his final punch that he threw at Shigaraki was powerful enough to change the weather patterns of the entire planet for multiple days. And there are multiple arguments that could be made that you could give My Hero Academia characters one, at the very least, at their lowest ball. I think you can give them lightning speed, but I think at some of their highest balls, you can give them speed of light, if not faster than light. You've got Deku's gear shift that can make him accelerate infinitely. I mean, you got Black Whip. You've got so many fucking different things that Deku can do. If we're giving him, if we're putting him up against Burger King Deku, we could give Okarun the win, obviously. Because then it's just no, but even then, maybe that Deku might still win. Actually, I could be wrong here. You've got to add more characters. He's not gonna win. I mean, it's looking like that might be the case. It's looking like, honestly, continuing to roll might be pointless because that's just another L. I promise you, I thought he'd have better chances. Should have had Kazuma from Konosuba. I've never seen Konosuba, so I didn't really add any characters that I wasn't too familiar with. Not gonna lie, McDonald's Deku is kind of built. Dude's base is no joke. Damn, he's got a base like that. I didn't realize that Deku's got a base build like that. Poe from Kung Fu Panda. I don't think Okarun's beating Poe either. Something tells me Poe is probably super. Oh, how strong is Poe from Kung Fu Panda? Probably OP as hell. Probably ridiculously OP. Oh no, I clicked the ad. It's dangerous. Building level, large building level, town level with heroes chi. At least town level, the mastery of chi should be far superior to his hero's chi. Casually stomped Kai. So by the end of the third movie, Poe is town level. He's at least city block level in base. And by the end of the fourth movie, which I did see the fourth movie, by the way, kind of a phoned in performance, if you want to ask me. I think the fourth movie was should have been a straight to stream movie. Before I didn't need to go to the motherfucking theater to see Kung Fu Panda 4. That being said, it wasn't too bad. Kung Fu Panda, great movie series. I fucking love Poe. I love Kung Fu Panda. Just an amazing movie trilogy, to be honest with you. You can forget about the fourth movie. But yeah, Poe being city block to town level, crazy. And yeah, apparently he does reach supersonic speed. So Poe is able to move faster than sound. Which is fucking ridiculous. But yeah, even Poe would win. Even fucking Poe. The Dragon War. I mean, Poe is the Dragon Warrior. You know. Poe is the Dragon Warrior. But even Poe would beat Okarun in a fight. Poe is moving faster than Turbo Granny. Think about that. Really sit there and think about that. An obese panda is moving like that? Yes. Hey, listen, if you haven't seen Kung Fu Panda, I highly recommend it. Yes, they are kids movies, but they're the kind of kids movies that you can appreciate as an adult. The first Kung Fu Panda is peak fucking fiction. When it comes to the second or third one, I think I like the third one more than the second one. But all three movies are really good. The Kung Fu Panda trilogy is one of the only movies that I would personally say all three, one of the only children's movies that I would say all three movies in the trilogy are valid and reasonable to exist. Like, I wouldn't say any of those movies are cash grabs. The fourth is a cash grab, and even the fourth one isn't that bad. How to Train Your Dragon. See, me and Amanda have not watched How to Train Your Dragon. We tried to watch that movie and we didn't. We tried to watch the first movie and I think we stopped watching it in the first 10-20 minutes or so. I don't remember why we didn't like that movie, but we just didn't fuck with it. But I've heard nothing but really great things about that movie. We just didn't get into it. There had to be some dumb reason we didn't watch that movie. There had to be something. I really genuinely don't remember. There had to be a reason why we didn't finish that movie. But you're not the first person to tell me that all three movies of that franchise are good. Yeah, maybe we should give it another shot. Maybe we should give it another try. Jam. MHS with his wires from traveling from Tokyo. Oh yeah, we did talk about his wires and everything like that, where he does potentially have lightning speed. But the thing is like it's very specific, right? He has to be in an environment that has phone wires for him to spiral through, and he's not able to comprehend what he's doing when he's spiraling. So like once he fires out of the electric wire, he's not able to aim, nor is he able to comprehend what's gonna, like, he can't turn his direction around, right? Like he's just. Even if he has wires for peak Okarun, it's tough to say. Like it's very conditional. It's tough to say he would always get the W. I'm wondering if Okarun could beat Part 7 JoJo in the Steel Ball run. Not with Tusk Act 4. Not with Tusk Act 4. Tusk Act 4 would be an instant W. Unfortunately. Even Tusk Act 3 probably. Oh no, would he be able to beat the race? I thought he'd ask if he's gonna be able to fight any of the characters. He'd have a problem with fucking wheelchair Johnny. Oh no. That's just embarrassing. Live action Lilo and Stitch. Who the fuck can Okarun beat, dog? This is kind of crazy. Having a 3-7 record out of 10 rounds is wild in a random battle matchup like this, dude. And as chat's calculations have come up with, he doesn't have very good chances of winning anymore. Can he beat Chaozu? I would hope so, but probably not. What are we saying Okarun's AP is at? We gave him about small to large building. I really don't believe Okarun has been able to surpass anything close to that. Even if you gave him city block, it's not doing him any favors. In really any of these fights. Bro lost to fucking Tanjiro. What anime MC loses to Tanjiro? Yeah, Okarun's very low powered and slow, exactly. Nah, should be city block me things. Recall some stuff from GG and other characters around that range. I mean, GG's fucking Kamehameha Spirit Blast is definitely like pretty OP. I don't know if I would classify that as city block, probably like multi-building. And even if you gave Okarun city block, I don't think it doesn't change any of these fights, sadly. It really doesn't. Okarun's getting steamrolled 9 times out of 10 by all of these characters. R.I.P. bro. Yeah, that's yeah, literally R.I.P. indeed. Whew. A weakened, bleeding out, dying Yuji who's sick and coughing. Now those are some odds. Now those are some odds. Let's spin this wheel another time. Come on. No, against Gon? Against Gon? Don't get mad at me for my pronunciation again. Don't get mad at me at my pronunciation again. It's the worst fucking battle, worst game of rock, paper, scissors that Okarun will ever play. Yeah, Gon definitely destroys that shit. Hunters are 100% able to move fast as, if not faster than bullets. You know, even as early as the very beginning of the series, you got Karapika fucking spinning his fucking chain and fucking blocking a bunch of bullets. And you know, Killua and Gon are all able to, you know, compare to that speed, that early on York new speed. So I think that's pretty clear that Gon is already moving way faster than Okarun is. And I would probably put Gon at 100% city block attack potency to, if we're going fucking Chimera Ant to multi to, you know, adult Gon is going to like full on town level, maybe even higher to city. But yeah, either way, Gon's winning. Okarun might survive Goku because he isn't a good fight and Goku just flies off. Damn, said Goku wouldn't even finish him off. That's a worse loss than if he was to actually get beat up by Goku. Imagine Goku not wanting to fight you. Imagine Goku going, nah, I'm good. I don't think I'd be able to sleep. I don't think I'd be able to sleep that night. I think my ego would be so hurt. I don't think I'd ever be able to do anything ever again. How far is Okarun getting in Kagurabachi? I mean, considering he would have gotten dusted by literally Arc 1 Chihiro. Not far, Tiberius. Not far. How far is Okarun getting in Heaven's Arena? I mean, actually, going up against the very early Nen users, he might have a chance. Like, he might have a chance, but even then, he might be too slow. Even then, Okarun might be too slow. He's gonna get... Imagine Okarun getting beaten up by fucking spinning top guy. What's his fucking name? Gyro? No, that's That's not his name. Guido, that's his name. He's getting fucking beat up by this guy. Come on. Oof. That's tough. That is tough. I don't think I've ever seen a sadder scenario playing out. Dude. There's just no chance. From who would win to who could he even beat? Yeah, literally. It's just like what is even the last round? We might as well just do one more round. What is even the point, right? Okay, up against Gabimaru the Hollow. He comes out, my goat. I love Gabimaru. Hell's Paradise. Read it, watch it if you haven't already. I fucking love Gabimaru. Gabimaru is an awesome fucking character. He is the GOAT. I think Gabimaru is only like large building level. So I think AP wise, Gabimaru is probably similar to, if not a little bit higher than Okarun. Skill alone kills, you're not wrong. I don't doubt that. Gabimaru the Hollow is a fucking executioner of the fucking night, bro. But where does Versus Battle have his general scaling at? I'm honestly curious. I don't know about how fast the people from Hell's Paradise would be. I don't know if they would be faster than bullets. There's not really any guns in that series. Supersonic, so they're definitely faster than sound. Supersonic plus, quickly snatch several flying arrows towards him. Small building level, stronger than before, higher with Tau. Tau can be gathered around on oneself to boost the attacks. Yeah, so if we're giving Okarun, you know, even his highest peak, going up against Gabimaru the Hollow, who has Tau. If he has Tau, it's over, right? If he has Tau, there's no chance. If Gabimaru has Tau, it's over because he's 110% surpassing Okarun in attack potency. But even Gabimaru using his ninjutsu is able to... Oh, look, there's me. Hey, look, that's my video. Ha 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 ha. Look at how funny that is. But yeah, even beginning of the series, Gabimaru using his Ninpo aesthetic blaze with his fire abilities and all the different things that he can do is going to be able to beat Okarun. I'm sorry, he's already faster than Okarun in base, and all of his attack powers are going to give him an advantage because Gabimaru can just light himself on fire and Okarun won't be able to pierce him. Also, Gabimaru's durability is fucking insane. Gabimaru's neck can literally withstand a sword trying to decapitate it. It add on the Tau reinforcement he can do to his body, and also the fact that once he becomes a fucking flower monster, basically, he just heals. He literally just regrows his limbs, regrows his organs. He just literally becomes a fucking flower god. So if we're talking peak Gabimaru versus Okarun, it's Gabimaru is winning. Gabimaru's country level and relativistic because I said so. You know who has a crazy versus wiki? Madoka Magica. So I will say I have not watched Madoka Magica, but I did a I did a small bit of research into Madoka Magica because people were bringing it up for my Dante and Virgil videos. People were like, Dante can't handle Madoka Magica. Dante can't handle Madoka Magica. There's no way he can. And I was like, what the fuck are these people talking about? This is definitely one of those situations where they're taking things out of context. The same people that throw, like, they tell me, like, Bleach is 9D dimensional and, you know, it's like, okay. And I was like, whatever. I looked it up. Madoka Magica is actually pretty ridiculous. Like, I'm pretty sure the very ending Madoka is like transcending time, space, and every single alternate reality and every single possible reality that exists. Like, the main Madoka or the main character literally becomes a fundamental concept in her universe, and literally just like it exists in every single universe that ever will be and could be, and is able to just stop everything in every known so out of they're just like ridiculously OP. So yeah, Madoka Magica is actually like fucking crazy. Yeah, omnipresent. So yeah, Madoka Magica is actually, I will give Madoka Magica that. It is a ridiculously OP series. But yeah, even against Gabimaru the Hollow, I just can't give Okarun the win. I just can't. Even against Edward Elric, let's see. Edward Elric is probably building level AP, so he's a pretty close matchup. Are they faster than bullets? They might not be. I don't know if they're faster than bullets. Oh no, can block bullets and dodge them. After which he would greatly grow in speed, going from being blitzed by Scar to competing over him higher with Briggs Automail. So Edward's faster than Okarun, but around the same level of power. Edward and Okarun's probably the closest matchup that you could ever possibly get, honestly. Alchemy is so much more versatile than Okarun. Remember, the thing is with Okarun is just speed. Okarun is literally just speed. He's just going fast and attacking people with his fastness. So if you got a character that's faster than Okarun and can keep up and react to his speed, even with just hands, that gives you a pretty good way of dealing with Okarun. I mean, you could see how Okarun fights the evil eye, right? Like, the evil eye, yes, it does get dusted, but at first, when it's even the evil eye having no fighting strength and is just throwing its body around, you know, like throwing its feet around, kicking balls and shit, it's crazy. Okarun headbutts everyone, has no martial arts skills, whereas Edward does have plenty of combat skills, and also at the same time, Edward also has alchemy. The alchemy that Edward uses will give him so much more of an advantage. He could literally trap Okarun inside of something, or like alchemy the phone wires. Like, if they're in an environment where Okarun is able to use phone wires, Ed could literally alchemy the phone wires away. He could alchemy his feet in place. Yeah, it's just Okarun just doesn't have enough combat skills to give him the advantage over characters that are close to him, even characters that are close to him in stats. Now he just uses the wires to trap him. Okarun just dives into the phone wires for speed, and Edward traps him in the wires, bro. That would be crazy. There's just nothing. There's not a... It's just cancel it. Cancel the whole thing. It's over. There's literally no point. It's all over, guys. We're just done. Okarun, when it comes to power scaling, that's just it. Don't ever ask me for a DanDaDan power scaling video ever. Don't ask me for DanDaDan in Shibuya Incident. Don't ask me for DanDaDan in the Culling game. Do not ever ask me for that shit, because I will not do it. Because this was embarrassing. This was just terrible for Okarun. This was one of the... DanDaDan got to be one of the weakest verses. Okarun lost to Tanjiro. Edward Elric. Some of the weakest characters when it comes to anime MCs of all time. How far does Okarun get in an IRL country gauntlet? Not far. I don't think he gets. I don't think he gets far at all. I don't even think Okarun would be able to handle like a jet plane or something like that. Like, not only is the jet plane probably going faster than him, it's doing so much more damage than him. He stops at the Vatican. Okarun can barely even do the Vatican, bro. First of all, can I just say as well, I hate when people bring up the Vatican in the can someone solo a country discussion. I just gotta say, if we're doing like can someone solo a country, it needs to be a fully militarily adapted superpower of a country. I'm sorry. You can't be like, well, this character could topple the Vatican, so they're country level. No, you cannot. You can't do it. You just can't. You can't. It has to be a fully militarily adapted superpower. I think if they can beat Japan as a good baseline, I would consider that okay. I would consider Japan a reasonable country. Japan was literally taking place in World War II. I understand they have military equipment. What I'm saying is, you get what I'm saying. Damn it. I would consider Japan a reasonable nation to use in that equation. Alucard in the Shibuya incident might be a cool idea. I have an Alucard video coming soon. I have the thumbnail already drawn, already made. Alucard is one of my favorite fucking characters of all time. Alucard ruins a lot of anime, and I'm tired of people acting like he does not. So yeah, I will definitely be making a video on Alucard. I want to make a video on a couple other characters. I want to make a video on Sephiroth. I want to make a video on Sans from Undertale. Those Dante and Virgil videos did really well, and people seem to really like them. So I like talking about video game characters that are just ridiculously OP. So I definitely have a lot of characters I want to talk about. And like I said, I have a lot of fun content that I'm doing. I thought of a really fun video earlier today that I really want to do. But again, we're an Expedition 33 channel for the next week or so. I'm working on a fun video. If you've been playing Expedition 33, I'm working on a fun video for Clea, one of my favorite characters from that video game. That should be out in like the next couple of days or so. I have a video all about Betrayal being worked on, and I also have a all fights and Record of Ragnarok video being edited. So I've got 3 videos in the works right now. Don't worry, there is content coming soon. As always, I am doing my best to keep to the streaming schedule of Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Would you consider doing Warhammer 40k in the future? I don't know really much about anything when it comes to Warhammer, but if that's what the people want, I would 100% love to get into it and give it a shot. Like I said, I've never tried anything Warhammer. What the fuck am I talking about? Warhammer. But I'm open to playing whatever. I'm open to doing whatever. Okarun versus Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. Listen, Heisenberg is the one who knocks. I don't know if you'd ever want to mess with him. You don't mess with the one who knocks. The US police versus Okarun? Depends. Depends on a lot of factors. What police unit we talking about here? How much funding are they receiving? We talking LAPD, NYPD, or are we talking like the local police office from like Route 90 in like, you know, Milwaukee? LAPD, NYPD, I don't know about that. They got like tanks and shit, dude. When they want to go crazy, they can go crazy. Police funding go crazy like that sometimes. Police funding do go crazy like that sometimes, especially when I'm talking about, like I said, big fucking the cartels. Cartels are winning. Cartels are winning every single time. Yo, have you guys ever seen Gordon Ramsay and his cocaine episode? Yo, that is one of the craziest things in the world. If you guys ever have any second, this is one of the craziest things that me and Amanda have ever watched in our entire lives. I'm literally shitting you not. It was actually fucking crazy, bro. So he goes on this whole thing of people, you know, how bad cocaine is, and he goes to the, you know, he talks about how bad cocaine is in his hometown and his restaurants and how he has to, you know, drug test people and fire people. But yes, this is a real thing. This is a real series. I'm telling you, me and Amanda lost our fucking minds when we were watching this. This is fucking crazy. This man goes to an actual fucking Colombian cocaine farm. I'm shitting you not. He all these people have their faces blurred and like they wear masks, and he somehow sets up an actual fucking meeting with these fucking people and quite literally watches them make cocaine. And it's not like, and it is literally Gordon Ramsay. Like, it's not like, you know, just like Vice where they're like, oh wow, they make the cocaine and this crazy. I'm saying it's fucking Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay is quite literally sticking his hands in the mix of like battery acid and like methane and like fucking gasoline, and is going, ooh, this is real battery acid. This is crazy. I'm fucking not even fucking kidding you. Like, it's fucking crazy. If you've got nothing fucking to do, I'm shitting you not. This was to this day, we watched this like 2 years ago, and to this day we reference this show with each other constantly because we still cannot believe that we watched this. It is so funny to me that this exists. And he gets super serious, he gets super emotional in it, and like it, dude, look at you see, he's literally there, he's with them making this is not he's literally with them making the coke, and he's like taste testing the paste. It's like, dog, you're sipping on battery acid, bro. What do you mean? Why no one's making you do this, Gordon? Why did you do this? But generally speaking, I don't remember how many episodes it is. I think it's like 2 episodes maybe. It can't be that long. It can't be that long at all. Yeah, there's 2 episodes. 2 episodes, they're probably like an hour long each. They are genuinely crazy. This is a must watch. I'm telling you. Sensationalist, banal, disingenuous, though not necessarily misleading. I will say, Gordon takes a very extreme, like, drugs are bad approach to this. Like, there is a moment in the show that I personally completely disagree with, and I think was a little ridiculous. I don't want to give it away, but it's not really a fucking spoiler. Who cares? It's fucking Gordon Ramsay on cocaine. They have a moment in the show where, like, he goes on ride-alongs with a police officer, and this person has a you know, like they're speeding or they're just doing a regular traffic, you know, stop or whatever, and they pull the guy over, and they pull the guy over and they give him a drug test, and he tests positive on the drug test, and he has to be arrested for testing positive on the drug test. And Gordon's like, this guy's in the backseat of the cop car, and Gordon's like, man, are you serious, bro? You're doing this? You got drugs in your system? You're passing the drug test? You're failing the drug test? Your kid's in the car? Are you serious, man? You got your kid in the car and you're driving high on drugs? The drug test for the drugs that they're testing tests up to a week. The guy literally says, he goes, I did coke over the weekend at a party. I'm not high right now. Like, I'm like, okay. Say what you will about this parent who's going out on the weekend and doing drugs, but like, at you're lecturing this guy about driving with his kid in the car when he's not fucking high right now driving the kid in the car. He did the coke a week ago, bro. It's like, again, say what you will about doing the cocaine. Like I said, as a parent, you know, probably shouldn't be doing the cocaine, whether or not his child is in the vicinity or not. Probably not a good thing. He's a grown adult. He can do whatever he wants. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not defending it. But I will say it's a little fucked up on Gordon's behalf for like giving this talking to this kid like he's their fucking dad. When again, he wasn't even fucking high in the moment. And if anything, he was being a fucking law-abiding citizen. He fucking missed like a stoplight or did like, you know what I mean? It was literally a normal traffic stop, right? Like it was like, bro, shut the fuck up, Gordon. Like Gordon was like making it a big impactful moment. And I was like, Gordon, leave the guy alone. leave the motherfucking guy. Leave the motherfucking guy alone. The dude wants to do a little bit of coke on his fucking weekend off when his kid's with his fucking wife because he has shared custody. And this is how he copes to get through his fucking Saturday nights where he doesn't have the nice sound of his son playing in the background of his house anymore. Who fucking cares? Let him fucking rip the fucking line of cocaine if he fucking wants to. God damn it, that's his God-given right. If he's showing up for his kid every other time, good on him. Who fucking cares? I'm sorry, I'm being so dead honest with you. Who fucking cares? But that's my tangent for the day. That is indeed my tangent for the day. Go watch Gordon on cocaine. You'll see exactly what I mean. You'll see I may be a little bit wrong on the details. It's again, I haven't watched this in like a year or two. So if you watch this and I was a little bit wrong on the details, I'm sorry, but I promise you that is pretty much the situation as I remember it. And I literally remember being like, bro, come on. Or like when Gordon Ramsay, like towards the end, he's like, I have adapted a strict drug policy for my restaurants, and all of my employees are drug tested once a month, and if they fail, they're fired. I'm like, all right, Gordon, let's tone it down a notch a little bit. Let's relax a little bit. Can you imagine working in fucking Gordon Ramsay's motherfucking restaurant? I don't know. Some of you guys may work in food. If you work in food, that shit is stressful. It's stressful working in food. It is stressful working in food. And you're working in Gordon Ramsay's fucking restaurant. This man's fucking screaming at people, calling people idiot sandwiches all the time, running around. Gordon walks down the fucking road. Your butthole's all clenched up. You're like, oh, I hope my fucking filet is perfect, or Gordon's gonna take me in the back and beat the shit out of me again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'd probably fucking be doing coke too if fucking I had to deal with that high intense situation every fucking day of my fucking life, dude. And you're gonna tell me now on my time off, I can't fucking smoke a little bit of reefer and take a chill pill because you want to drug test me, Gordon? Fuck you. I'm sorry. We're getting a little off topic here. But yeah, that was a fun watch for me. I thought that was a very funny time. I'm not saying don't be high at work. Listen, I understand Gordon doesn't want people high at his restaurant. He works, probably runs a 5-star, 6-star, for all I know, restaurant. I understand. I don't need people. You don't need people. You don't want people high that you're hiring. No problem. I have no issues with that. What I do on my off time is my own fucking off time. Leave me alone. I do think Gordon Ramsay on cocaine would beat Okarun, though. To bring it all back around in a circle. I do think Gordon Ramsay on cocaine would beat Okarun in a fight. But that being said, guys, I don't know what I was thinking My plan to beat Okarun. Okarun goes to kill me. I pull out 500 bucks and say, don't kill me. Give him the cash. I clear. Bribe him into not clearing me. And if that doesn't work, small nuke. You had the small nuke to begin with, and that wasn't your first option? I guess you want to save it for a more important time. You don't want to waste it on Okarun. Not like Megami throwing out Maharaga no matter what. But yeah. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I don't know what I was thinking when it came to this stream idea. This definitely did not go the way that I intended. I was sincerely hoping that Okarun would get more W's, more valid W's, but he really didn't get many. So next week, next Monday, we will do for sure Samura running the Jujutsu Kaisen Gauntlet. See how far Samura will get in the lovely grades of sorcery. And for Friday, I guess I'll do a poll for Friday. Do you guys want another stream of Destroy All Humans, or do you guys want a different kind of game? Friday, I want Friday to be chill nights. Friday are super chill. I don't want to be doing anything crazy on Fridays, but I do want to hang out with y'all. And Wednesday, of course, members only. Wednesday, we're going to be going into Tokyo Ghoul Re because I have been loving it lately, and I want to get into the rest of this goddamn arc. Play Honkai Star Rail. Okay. Maybe. I'll throw that on. I'll throw that on the poll. Excuse me. I've never played Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, is it a gacha game? Am I going to get addicted to it? Because if it's another gacha game, I'm just now getting off my Phantom Parade kick. Okay? No, absolutely not. No, I'm declining now. No, I've changed my tone. Absolutely not. Jinken, yes, I pulled Yuta literally right after the last stream. I pulled Yuta right after the last stream. I don't know if Coconut is lurking or if Coconut will watch his VOD, but I literally pulled Yuta right after I got off last stream. On a one pull. Play Space Marine 2? We'll see. I kind of want to play some poker too. I kind of want to play some poker. But it can't be a gacha game. If I play another gacha game, I will get addicted and I'll lose all my money, and I won't have a house to live in anymore, and I won't be able to make content anymore because I won't have a computer or a house because I would have sold it all to continue rolling on gacha. It's kind of like how we keep trying to roll for your membership, Jesse. One day we will get you that gifted membership. Jesse, if I could gift you the membership, I would. I hope you honestly know that. If I could click on your name and give you a membership, I would. It doesn't let me do that. I wish it did, but it does not, unfortunately. And that's show business. I mean, what more can you ask for with that? I'm just kidding. But guys, sincerely, thank you all so much for showing up to the stream. This was a fun stream. I had fun, regardless of Okarun getting his ass beat for about 2 hours straight. But again, next Monday, hopefully I'll have a little bit more of a fair gauntlet to run. It seems like DanDaDan Okarun is pretty goddamn fucking weak, all things considered. And yeah, watch Gordon Ramsay on cocaine. I don't really have anything else to say other than that, guys. Genuinely, I love you all. I'm sending you that spirit bomb energy every single step of the way. And just know that I love you. Hit that like button if you have not already. It really helps the stream way more than you know. I really can't stress that enough. And thank you to all the supporters, Jogo Gang members. Even if you're not a Jogo Gang member, I still do appreciate you, whether you're in chat, whether you're lurking. You're all great people, and I love hanging out. And like I said, guys, hope you have a good one. Sending the energy. JoJo All-Star Battle, that's a possibility. That might be fun to do. That actually is a good idea. All right. A good idea that doesn't cost me fucking my entire life savings and firstborn child. All right. Love y'all. Everyone have a good rest of the night. I'll see you Wednesday night. If you're a member, don't be scared to become one. I'm just kidding, guys. Love y'all. Have a good night. Send you energy. Peace.